up, Danksters? Welcome back to a brand new video. Wow, I can't believe it. We are already in December. This year is just flying by. Well, luckily for me, I love this type of year. It's a nice type of time where it's cold outside. You can make yourself a nice warm cup of coffee and just enjoy all of it. It also helps that Christmas is my favorite holiday ever. I just love everything about it. The atmosphere, the presents, getting together with family, the food, just everything about it. And during the Halloween season, I did a video called Halloween Memories. And I kind of just wanted to do the same thing here, but instead of Halloween, it's Christmas. So Christmas time is my favorite time of year. I have so many memories that I have put with it. One year, my brother got a Sega Genesis for his birthday, and I was like extremely jealous. Like, he got one of the older retro consoles. This is just when I first started getting into retro consoles, and I really wanted to get a retro console of my own. And I asked my parents if they could get me a regular NES. I wanted a normal Nintendo for Christmas or my birthday or whatever. They told me no, I couldn't get one, and their reasoning was that people didn't really care about their Sega Genesis, and Nintendos, everyone cared about them. But you know, as a kid, I didn't really know any difference about that. I was just like, no, why can't I get a Nintendo? So a couple years pass, and I'm not expecting anything. And then one Christmas, I don't even remember what year it was, but I opened up a Nintendo Entertainment System. I flipped out because this was like everything I wanted. They told me no, I couldn't get one, and then boom, there was a Nintendo Entertainment System. And with the Nintendo, I also got two games with it, Castlevania 2 and Star Tropics. Both of these games I still have to this day, and for my first NES games for the system, I would have to say they were pretty serviceable. I was a really big fan of the AVGN, and still kind of to this day. And one of his first reviews was Simon's Quest, so I was very excited as a kid to get a Castlevania game that the Angry Video Game Nerd kinda popularized. The NES would have been enough. That same Christmas, I opened up another gift. They also got me a Super Nintendo. The same Christmas. The exact same Christmas. I couldn't even fathom getting something like that. And the Super Nintendo, they actually did a little bit better on the games this time around because they gave me Wolfenstein 3D and Doom. I lost my Doom cartridge, I don't know where that is, but I actually still have the Wolfenstein 3D. And because I'm showing off the Wolfenstein 3D, I also wanted to show off my copies of Simon's Quest and Star Tropics that I got with my NES. This Christmas, getting the NES and Super Nintendo the exact same Christmas blew my mind, and is one of my favorite Christmas memories of all time, waking up to those things. That's what kind of sparked my retro collection, because after that I just went off the walls bonker. And maybe we'll get into retro collecting into another video, but for right now, God, what a Christmas. A Nintendo Christmas, if you will. Now, another year for Christmas one year, my brother got a game this time. It wasn't mine per se, but you know, he got a game, and that game was Call of Duty Black Ops. We spent the entire Christmas morning playing Black Ops when he got that. He showed me it, and I was like, oh, you know, at the time, I didn't really care about the Call of Duties. I didn't even know the zombies modes were even a thing, so they were just normal first-person shooters to me that I knew everyone loved. But he was like, hey, man, have you heard of the zombies mode? I want to show you it. And immediately I was hooked, and we played zombies, and I remember absolutely sucking balls at it, dude. Like, I was just so bad. I remember when the dog rounds came up, and we just couldn't pass it. I don't know what it was, but that left a big imprint on me, playing Black Ops 1, and it's actually one of my favorite games of all time. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 is my favorite Call of Duty of all time, and it might be connected to that memory, and it might be connected to a lot of other memories that I have with the game, but Black Ops 1, yeah, wow, that was a really good Christmas. I really enjoyed playing that. There's just something about this Call of Duty, something about Call of Duty back then that was like really magic, and it seems like all the newer Call of Duties kind of lose that, but I don't know, yeah. Black Ops 1, that is a good Christmas memory. I remember a couple months before Christmas one year, my parents actually went out of their way and bought a PS3. We were all really excited about that because we were mostly an Xbox family, so the PlayStation was like wild. We had no idea over there. But it's a couple months past, no one's really playing the PS3, even though we do have one. Everyone is still kind of just situated with their Xboxes and Wiis, because we had both of those at the time as well. So when it came to Christmas time, our parents started asking us, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And we started listing out stuff. But they noticed that there weren't really any PlayStation 3 stuff. So they were like, hey guys, do you kind of want to, get any PlayStation 3 games, to play on the brand new console we got? So that Christmas, when it was time to open up presents, I got God of War HD Collection, which included God of War 1 and 2. But the main event was Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. Now, there just comes a time where something happens in your life and everything right there, you just capture it perfectly in your mind, just the smell, the way it was at the time, just everything revolving that. Dead Rising 2 is one of those games for me. So a big thing around my family is that every time on Christmas, we will have cinema rules. It's kind of just like a tradition. And I will never forget just sitting out in the living room, playing Dead Rising 2, waiting for cinnamon rolls to come out of the oven, smelling them as I'm playing it, and it just kind of just all connected together into like a fun little memory. I will always relate Dead Rising 2 to Christmas because of that. I remember playing it all Christmas morning too, and having an absolute blast with Dead Rising 2. God, I'll never forget that. It's such a good time. Now, I do remember I was in Texas one year. Since my stepdad was in the military, it kind of moved all around my childhood, moved different spots. I was kind of a military brat growing up. My stepdad had a lot of close connections, and one year we had like a group Christmas party, and it was kind of like all the kids came together, got to open up presents. And I remember one thing they did where they set a bunch of presents out on the ground, and they started having kids come up and pick which one they wanted. And then once another kid got to pick what they wanted, they could look at the other kid's present and go, nah, give me what you got, and they'd trade presents. That was a lot of fun doing all of that. I remember really enjoying that. I actually remember getting like this one thing that I wanted. I was like, yes, I know what this is. And then someone traded me, and I got like some fucking shirts and clothes. I remember being so disappointed that Christmas. In my Flip Notes video, I brought up how I got my DSi XL for Christmas one year. The same year as I got Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. Now that was a pretty great Christmas. Even memories that happened just a little bit ago, I still would like to consider in this. And I remember one time I worked at Wendy's back in 2019, and during that time we had a Secret Santa participation thing. And I was immediately ecstatic because I never actually participated in any Secret Santa, so this was gonna be like my first Secret Santa I was ever gonna participate in. And I just remember having a lot of fun doing that, showing up on Christmas Day at Wendy's when it was closed just to deliver gifts to each other like that. It was pretty cool. I really wish I would have appreciated that a bit more when I was doing it, but I just remember having a lot of fun with that. And of course, you can't forget all the times that school did something. God, I miss elementary school, like Christmas stuff. I remember being in elementary school and maybe even bleeding into middle school, but around Christmas time, everything was always great, like the crossword puzzles, the coloring pictures, they put it on a Christmas movie, the whole atmosphere of the classroom, depending if the teacher gave a shit or not, would be completely magical. Some teachers that I had would just go all the way out on their classrooms, while others would be like, yeah, Merry Christmas, here's like a little ornament on the wall or whatever. And another thing I like doing is busting out my Sega Saturn and booting up Christmas Nights in the Dreams. Now, if you're a fan of this channel, you already know that I made a video on that game, but yeah, that game just feels so magical when you're playing it around Christmas time. Obviously, that was the goal when they made the game. So yeah, starting like 3 years ago, I make sure to try to play Christmas Nights in the Dream every single Christmas time I get. I actually have a couple of other Christmas games I would like to talk about, but maybe for another video. It is wild to me that we are now in December. Christmas time is almost upon us, and I am super excited. I actually didn't think that it would come as fast as it did, but here we are nonetheless. We may be early in December, but my Christmas spirit is soaring. In fact, in October, I was kind of feeling it. But these were just some of my Christmas memories that I had. Christmas is upon us, and I'm very excited, and I hope everyone out there is going to have a happy holiday as well. But with all of that, I think that's gonna do it for me. I kind of just wanted to share some Christmas memories, kind of carry on from what I did with Halloween, and make it Christmas themed, because why not? I have Christmas memories too, and if you guys have Christmas memories, please put them in the comments down below. I'd love to read them. It would probably get me in the spirit a bit more too, to go through all of your guys' Christmas memories or favorite moments you picked out, and I'd love to read them. So yeah, go ahead and do that in the comments down below, and I'll get to them when I get to them. I have an Instagram, I have an X, and you can go follow me. Both those links will be in the description down below. And while you're down there, can we try to get this video up to 10 likes? That'll be much appreciated. Also, while I got you down there, can I get you to hit that subscribe button and the bell for post notifications, because I wouldn't want you to miss a single upload of mine, and it would only take like 3 seconds. Also, for those daredevils out there, if you want to go the extra mile, then I do have a Patreon. And you can feel free to donate to me if you want. It's up to you. Well, guys, it's going to do it for me today. I'm going to get off here, and I got some more Christmas content to make. So with all that, take care.